vlogging thing and see how it goes. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be looking. My flight is 2 hours delayed. Hopefully still will get into New York before 5. I can do a little bit of sightseeing, but I'm excited.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are at our departure time, and as I said, they're going to be releasing the aircraft to take off. So we do need you to take your seats as quickly as possible, please.
The things you have to do. Progress. Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with, I guess we will call this a story time. Yes, it's story time, it's story time, it's story time, it's story. That's not the story time song, y'all. I just felt led to, give it to you that way today. Yeah, I had said that I would post a video about my experience with Viacom and Vh1 and Love and Hip Hop ATL and my meeting with K. Michelle. All of the fantabulousness that surrounded the event, my trip to New York, everything. So, I'm not going to format it like a normal story time. I'm just going to tell you guys, what it is. But it is indeed a story. Okay, so let me start at the very, very beginning. So, I'm going to try not to make this video too long. Try not to get long-winded. Just be patient as the story evolves, okay? Y'all saw all that? I guess about a month and a half ago, VH1 contacted me. Someone from VH1 contacted me by email and simply asked me if I would be interested in a marketing campaign, where they would do a photo shoot for me, and it had something to do with Love and Hip Hop ATL. Would I be interested in it? And of course I said yes. Who turns down these type of opportunities? I was excited, but reservedly so. I mean, I have been contacted by different people in the past, and it never really came to fruition. I was supposed to be on Dr. Phil, the very first season that the Braxtons, either the first or the second season that the Braxtons, Family Values, when I used to review that show, I was invited to do something on Dr. Phil, and that didn't happen. I guess I just wasn't what they were looking for, so they didn't use me. And then I had been contacted by this chick that used to work for Wendy Williams Production. I don't even think she works for them anymore. Just kind of on a, I guess like a headhunting, kind of trying to figure out maybe some angle for a reality show, but nothing that they had in stone or didn't even really have an idea, just kind of asking questions. Like I said, I don't think that chick even works for Wendy Williams anymore, and I don't even know if reality show would be the angle that I would want to go. And then last season on Love and Hip Hop ATL, I was contacted by the after party. They wanted me to do the little blogger 2-minute, I don't even think it's 2 minutes, I think it's like, yeah, somewhere around 2-minute time to say whatever you had to say about the show. They had contacted me about that, but that fell through. They waited to the last minute to contact me, and then by the time I got back in touch with them, it was too late. And then it turned out that maybe it was good that it fell through, because it was the episode that Jocelyn Hernandez was on with Funky Deneva. And you guys know, as much as I love me some Jocelyn, I'm not sure I wanted to go head to head with Miss Jocelyn. So, I guess, all thing works out for the good, right? So I've had a few times that people have contacted me. It hasn't happened. So, I knew enough this time not to get too excited. But my eyebrow was up. And this was around the time that New York was having their blizzard, right a few, maybe like 4 or 5 days before the blizzard hit. This is when they contacted me and asked me would I be interested in coming in those next few days. I was looking at the weather and I was just like, this ain't gonna work. I know they're not gonna fly me up there with all that going on. So then they contacted me and said, you know what, we're gonna do it in Los Angeles. And I was like, perfect, because I can see my family, you know, I can sneak in a visit out there and that'll work out good. Then I didn't hear from them for a couple of weeks. So then I was just like, okay, you know, I'm not even sure if they knew exactly what their campaign was going to be. They just had an idea. If they did know more, they didn't let me know. But every time I would talk to them, they would touch base every now and then and ask if I was still interested in things like that. And I'd say, yeah, but we still didn't have any definite dates. So again, reservedly excited. Then finally, someone from Viacom called me and they said, you know, they're taking over and now they're asking me if I'm ready to come. It's going to be on this Tuesday, Wednesday, on I'd fly in New York and, you know, all of that. So I was just like, yeah, cool. I still wasn't really super excited until they sent me my itinerary. They asked me for my clothes size, shoes size. They said that somebody from wardrobe would be contacting me, and I was just like, wow, look at this. I'm really gonna be doing something with wardrobe, you guys. So people were contacting me left and right. You know, they want to make sure that they have my clothes together and, you know, what style I was and what I wore and things like that. I got my itinerary and I was like, okay, it's happening. This was the dates were the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, somewhere in there of February. So I flew out there. It was on a Tuesday, so I had got up early that morning and did my Love and Hip Hop New York video. Then I got my ass at the airport. Flight was delayed. I was supposed to get into New York at around 2 o'clock because I wanted to go sightseeing, just kind of walk around my hotel and, you know, see what stores was around there and do all that. But honey, it was raining like fucking cats and dogs. So my flight was delayed and I didn't get into New York and really into my hotel until about 7 o'clock. However, I made it. It was pouring down raining. Couldn't really walk around. It was a Sephora across the street from my hotel. I was staying at the Gansford. Oh, let me just tell you guys about when I got to the airport. I felt real official. Because when I was walking up, they said, okay, there's going to be a driver there and they're going to be standing out there and they're going to have your name on a card. And, you know, I ain't never had shit like that before. We be getting our ass to the airport and, honey, my husband be booking his ass to that damn baggage claim. And, you know, we get on to the taxi or whatever it is that we trying to get to wherever we going. So that was really exciting. The lady took me to the driver. The driver was there as soon as we walked out. You know, he took me to the hotel, and I was staying in the meatpacking district. I think the name of the place was the Gansford. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but I think it was the Gansford Hotel. Nice enough room, and everybody was just so hospitable. Do you need anything? You know. I was just like, nope, I'm fine. Because I couldn't believe I was here, you guys. I mean, I even had a little moment when I was flying there on the airplane, like, wow, all of this from my damn YouTube channel. I was really, really excited. But funny, I wasn't nervous. Like, normally I get really nervous about these kind of things. And maybe it's because I wasn't really sure still what I was doing. They just kept saying a photo and video shoot, and it's for this marketing campaign. That's all they kept saying. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go, y'all. I told y'all I'm gonna go with the flow kind of girl. I figured it was legit. I felt like I was safe enough, and I was just gonna, whatever they was gonna have me do, damn it, I was gonna do it. Okay, as long as it didn't make me show my ass or nothing like that. Just laying here in the bed, getting myself ready to go do whatever it is that I gotta go do. Still not really sure. This when they told me they wanted me to come to New York for this thing, I was like, okay. Let's see if I can get y'all some footage from outside. They're working on something. I'm right across the street from a Sephora. I'm at the Gansford. See the flag there. This is from my window. And I'm on 9th Street, 9th Ave, I think, and I don't know what that street is up there. New York Avenue? Yeah. Anyway, you guys, I'd let you see me, but I'm trying to get myself together. I ain't got no clothes on. Probably giving these guys a show. Huh? Next morning, they tell me my call time is 11:15 in the morning. So the driver will be there to pick me up, make sure I check out of the hotel. I keep wanting to say hospital. Check out of the hotel, get on down to the car so they can take me to the studio. So I was just like, okay. I wasn't sure what it was going to be. I was like, are they going to try to surprise me and make me meet Mona or some shit? So I was like, let me make sure that I still look halfway presentable. I didn't want to just show up at the studio without any makeup on. And, I still wanted to kind of be put together. So I was wearing my hair straight. I flat ironed my hair. I put just some foundation on. I was just like, okay, they ain't gonna catch me, bitch, you gonna have to get up real early if you trying to catch me unprepared. What I always say, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right? Shout out to Sugar Free. So the Cadillac Escalade, it gets there, takes me down to the I think it was called Pier 51 Studios or something like that. I get there, I got my damn bag. They had asked me to bring a few of my own pieces, just in case what they had didn't, work out. I had some of my own shit. So I had my bag and my purse and I got on in there. So they were just like, oh, so glad you're able to do this. And, we're so happy to have you. Again, very, very accommodating, very, very nice people. All the people that I had been emailing back and forth with and talking to on the phone, they were all there. Yeah, so I was at the studio, y'all. It's very much a lot of hustle and bustle, a lot of cool artsy people there. I felt like I fit in, I felt like I was part of the whole experience. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I sit down, they say, okay, we're gonna go through wardrobe, try and figure out what you're gonna wear. So they go through some of the stuff that I brought in. They had me wear actually the shirt and the jeans that I had on. Actually are the jeans that I have on right now. Then they had a couple of jackets they had me try on, and I ended up settling on that purplish blue one, which is also a color of a jacket that I have myself that I've worn plenty of times on my videos. You guys have seen it. So, we settled on that color jacket, a royal bluish purple, and the rest of the stuff was mine. They were like, do you need your nails done? Well, I had just got my nails done. So, they had a nail tech there who, by the way, was so sweet. God, I wish I remembered her name. I know that she had a nail salon in Harlem. She was really, really cool. We talked for a little while, and then I kind of got whisked away, and then she got whisked away, and I didn't never ever see her again. But yeah, they have nail techs there to do your damn nails. If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have got my damn nails done. But my nails were already done, and then they were like, well, you got your makeup on already. And I was like, well, I just put on foundation because like I said, I didn't want a motherfucker camera to jump out at me and the bitch was, real flat face, just in case they was gonna try to pull some, Maury Povich shit on me. So I just wanted to make sure at least I had that on. They were like, oh, okay, well, what kind of foundation is it? And I was like, it's Bobbi Brown. They was like, okay, well, that's fine. We just gonna put, some stuff on top of it. Little eyeshadow, blush, lipstick, whatnots. So I was just like, okay. So bitch, I was sitting in that motherfucking chair like, I'm a celebrity. I had they was doing my makeup, and they had a guy there that was doing hair, and even though my hair was flat ironed and straightened already, he just kind of put a little life in it, kind of bumped it. I had just washed it, so that's why it was so alive, bitch. Y'all saw that bitch blowing in the wind? That shit was blowing. I was just like, man, this is the best fucking investment. Singori shells, you guys. I'm telling you. Even the guy that was doing my hair was just like, this is some really nice hair. So I was real proud of myself because they seemed to be pretty impressed with just little old Roxanne. They loved my jewelry. Shout out to Jewels by Pega, my jeweler, who I love to death, who's really more like a friend to me out in Los Angeles. She had made me this beautiful amethyst ring that you guys have seen me wear a few times, and so I made sure I had that on. So they liked all of this. Bitch, I was up in that motherfucker. I'm telling you the truth. So I was still just like, okay, what is gonna happen? I could hear them doing a photo shoot for somebody else. Actually turned out to be the girl who was doing this campaign for the Amy Schumer show on Comedy Central. And I'll explain what all of this is at the end of the video. But, I didn't know it then. I just knew that there was somebody else here there, you know, that was shooting a video as well. I mean, a video and taking pictures and all of that. So while they're getting me ready, they were like, the makeup artist was like, oh, I saw your videos. You are really good. You are saucy. I love it. You know, she had a little bit of an accent. Every time somebody would come up, they were like, oh yeah, I saw your videos. Yeah, I saw your video. I'm thinking to myself like, you know, we can get a little colorful in here. But I mean, you know, I'm good with what people see on my damn channel. So that made me feel good. Some validation that, you know, I should have been there. While she's doing my makeup, she says, are you excited? And I said, yeah, I am excited. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm excited to be here. And she goes, well, you're going to meet somebody, right? And I go, I guess so. You telling me I'm going to meet somebody? She's like, yeah, I think you're going to meet K. Michelle. And you guys, bitch, my heart kind of dropped like, oh, you guys, and then my mind started going like, I was like Shanae, like, because bitch, I was trying to figure out all of the shit that I have said about K. Michelle in the past. Now, I know that I like K. Michelle, and I know that I have generally been good to K. Michelle and pretty much supported the things that K. Michelle has done, but of course I've also talked about the shit that I didn't like, but I do enjoy her as an artist. So I was just thinking to myself like, oh my god, like this is what I told them about, you know, being sure about what you say, because eventually you might have to face somebody about it, you know. But I was generally okay with the shit I had said. I didn't feel like I had gotten out of pocket or said anything that I would be really bothered by. But, you know, I was just like, now this is K. Michelle. If there's anybody that will confront me about some shit that I've said, it will be her. So then I was just like, you know, this shit might not turn out that well. But you know what? I had a talk with my good Lord Jesus, and he said, Roxanne, you know what? It's going to be all good. You're a good person. You haven't said anything in malice. You know, just relax. It's going to be all right. So I was just like, okay, good Lord. If that's what you said, I'm gonna roll with that. Okay, so I relaxed, I calmed down. Time was going on. They had food catered. I ate the food there. Every hour it seemed like a guy would come around and say, do you need anything? Do you want any water, any coffee? You know, I was ordering coffee left and right. I was like, nigga, if you bring one more fucking cup of coffee around here and be bouncing off these walls, I think this is where we're gonna have to ixnay on the offie cake. But yeah, it was just like everybody was at my service, and you know, this touching up my makeup and my hair, and I'm just sitting there waiting for them to tell me, okay, we're gonna go into the studio. So it's about 3 o'clock. It's okay, you know, we're gonna bring you over there, and K. Michelle is already over there. She's taking some pictures, so you know, you just sit over here in the side and just wait until we tell you. They had to change my shoes because, you know, I'm 5'9", and then my heels are 4 inches, and so that puts me well over 6 feet, and evidently K. Michelle was around 5'2", 5'3". They were like, we gotta change your shoes. So they brought out some sandals. I was like, thank God my toes was ready too, bitch. What I say, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. I could hear her over there taking pictures and them talking and the music. They have a DJ. You guys, it is fucking about 30 people just behind the camera. You have this, have the photographer, and then you just got all these other people. They're looking at the TV to make sure that the pictures come out right, and you got all these wardrobe and makeup and hair people like all over the place. So I can see the back of like the stage or the photo area, whatever they call it, and I could see all of the people, but I couldn't see K. Michelle. So I was just sitting there. I was just like, okay, did a real quick prayer like, Lord, please let this go well, you know. And they're like, okay, we're ready. So when they brought me around to where she was, that's where you guys see in the video when I actually walk up to her and give her a hug. I didn't realize that they were recording all this. Well, actually I did. They had a guy that was walking around with the camera. He was just like, I'm just here to shoot, you know, background scene, you know, so don't even mind me. Just act like I'm not here, which is very, very strange. I mean, I would just be sitting there like reading the emails on my phone, and the man is just standing over on the side with this big ass camera, and he just standing there just taping me. Or when they're doing my makeup, he just standing there just taping me, just walking around. I was just like, should I say something? Am I supposed to wink at the camera? Should I not look over there? It's hard to not look at the camera when you're supposed to not be looking at the camera, you know. I walk up to her, and as soon as I saw her, I was like, okay, this is gonna go well. She was just a very cool, welcoming type of person. And I was just like, wow, this is crazy. I am really here with K. Michelle. You guys know that I'm not no person that gets excited about celebrities, because I feel like celebrities are people too, but I can respect what they've been able to accomplish. And I've always said that about K. Michelle. I think that she has done very well in using her Love and Hip Hop experience to take her way, way, way further. I don't even know if she would have been able to accomplish all that she has without Love and Hip Hop ATL. Okay, and that's not to diminish her talent. I just know that Love and Hip Hop had helped her quite a bit. So, you know, it was cool to see her because, you know, I be loving when my women be winning, especially when it's a black woman. So, you know, she was cool, and, you know, they were just like, okay, you guys take these pictures, y'all look at the camera but talk to each other, which is real weird to do. Like, how am I supposed to be doing it? You kind of want to look at them. I was just like, Lord, y'all is asking me to do so much. Okay, every time there was a little break, you know, when the cameraman, I can't think of, he's a big time photographer. I don't want to say cameraman, big time photographer. He told me he shot Jay-Z videos and he was telling me all his whole resume. Jonathan somebody. But he was real cool. He was real hip. You know, they had the DJ, like I said. He was like, what music y'all want to hear? Y'all, you know, she was like, put on Jumpman, Future, you know. So they was playing all the music and it was real hype. Bitch, all I needed was a fucking drink and I would have been for real on it. Every time they would take a little few seconds, you know, break to check the pictures or whatever, and I would just be talking to her. That's when I was able to find out that this girl actually just has so much that she wants to do in her brain. She is somebody who really wants to tackle a lot, and I can appreciate that. Okay, I mean, she has so many things. You know, she has her homeware and her lounge out here in Atlanta that's opening, and her music. She told me that she wanted to expand her music and not just do R&B. I mean, she wants to do country, and I mean, you know, she's all these things that she wanted to do. It was just fascinating to talk to her because she so believes in it and she's so passionate about it. I was just like, this is cool. This is cool. I'm just talking to her like I'm talking to my homegirl, you know? And then, you know, the makeup people, that was the part that was crazy. Like, they would always be at you and they would be fixing my hair like every couple of minutes. Fixing my hair, fixing my makeup, okay, trying to fix my clothes. I was like, I can imagine someone, a big, big, big star like a Rihanna or a Beyonce, and how many handlers and many people that must just be pulling and tugging at them all the time. It is very tiring. I only had 3 people fooling with me. You know, K. Michelle had her makeup guy, the guy that's on the show with her, on her show, and she had this black guy, I believe, who is her wardrobe person, stylist or whatever. You know, she had a few people with her, but it's just like, it's just constant, you know, fix this, okay, make sure you do this, okay, let me make your makeup right, and you know, so, and then just smiling and always trying to do whatever the cameraman, the photographer wants you to do. I'm just like, okay, this is a whole lot, like, what you want me to do? But it was a blast. And while I was there, I was just like, I could get used to this. I mean, this is really, really fun. I mean, the day before, I was fucking processing permits at my job. The very next day, I am in New York being treated like I am just some sort of star. So, you know, to make a long story short, we did all the pictures and the video, and then they asked me to do my own separate video where they asked me questions, and, you know, I just answered the screen. That's where you guys saw where I was answering, you know, when I was talking about, you know, the ladies and the progression of the characters and things like that. And then by then, I guess it was about 6:30, we were done. K. Michelle also did hers after I had finished. I was actually just leaving when she was starting her interview, that same little part where she's sitting on the stool and talking. But yeah, you guys, it was cool. I did try to take a couple of pictures. I knew that maybe they didn't really want me to, but I was just like, I just got to get one picture. I was just trying to get one for my daughter, Jada. She really wanted to see. Jada loves K. Michelle. I tried to take a couple of pictures and they were like, oh, no. You cannot take any pictures. Do not post that. Okay, we would hate for our Vh1 lawyers to come after you. Okay, so you cannot speak of this. Can't tell nobody, which they had already told me, don't mention it, you know, on my social media. Don't tell anybody in detail, which I hadn't told anybody because I didn't really fucking know what I was doing. While I was in New York, I would have loved to get in contact with some of my friends that live in New York, but all of them were YouTube related. I don't know anybody personally in New York. So, and I'm not good with lying, even though it would have been cool for me to like contact Alex or Pretty PR Chick is out there. I don't know how far Buffalo is from but anyway, you know, it would have been cool to try to contact some people, but it wasn't going to work out. So I was just like, you know, bitch, you take your ass to that hotel and get you some fucking rest, right? So they reiterated, bitch, you best not say shit. Don't say nothing until we know that this campaign is, has started. It's going to be a few weeks. It's going to start March 1st, but yours won't be until later. And what the campaign turned out to be is Viacom, which is the parent company of all these other channels, Vh1, MTV, BET, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, Paramount Studios. I think that's, and it may be some other ones. I'll leave, you guys can, I'm gonna leave this link where you guys can actually see the commercial that we did for all of the, all of the channels. But what it is it's an ad campaign that's going to be in like advertising, publishing journal, weekly journals like Ad Weekly and things like that, where they're just kind of advertising the biggest shows of each of their networks. So for VH1, Love and Hip Hop ATO was the show. For Comedy Central, the Amy Schumer show. Am I saying her last name right? Amy Schumer, I think that's it, was the show. And then for Nickelodeon, Tiara Mowry. Tiara, is that how you say it? The Mowry, the twins, her and her son did something for Nickelodeon. Carmelo Anthony did something for Paramount Studios for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There was some people that did, some fans that had done something for the RuPaul Drag Race. That's the LGBT, whatever that channel is. I think it's Logo or something like that. Then for MTV, these girls did something for Teen Wolf. I was the one for VH1, me and K. Michelle. So it's going to be in the journals, the weekly journals, the print, the pictures that we took. Evidently, they said that it would be on billboards, but only in New York City. I'm not sure if my pictures are going to make it up there since, they had all these channels. But if they do, and if anybody out there happens to see it, somebody please take a picture and post it and let me know. And then, of course, I'm on the Viacom website, VH1. And yeah, you guys, so it was so exciting. It was over by 7 o'clock. I was on my way back to the airport. The driver came, again, another Cadillac Escalade, picked me up and took me to the airport. So, God, this video is getting long. So anyway, on my way back to the airport, I was like, this was really, really cool. And I cannot wait to be able to tell the Roxstars all that happened. I'm going to keep it still on the low. I ain't going to say nothing. I mean, I'm good at keeping secrets anyway, you guys. I don't, nigga ain't really gonna say, because I'm a little bit of a pessimist, and I'll be like, you know what, some shit can go wrong. I'm not saying nothing till this shit comes out in my part, because I really could have said something earlier when the other channels came out and kind of just hinted like something was coming up, but I was like, I ain't even gonna do that, because honey, these motherfuckers might decide at the last minute that they didn't like none of my stuff. So that's where all the excitement was, you guys. I was in New York. I was filming this campaign. It was all good. I get to the airport, check in. The weather is bad. The weather is lousy the entire time that I'm there. So I was concerned that I was not going to make it out. My flight was supposed to leave at 9 o'clock. The flight got delayed till 10. The flight got delayed till 11:30. The flight got delayed till 1 o'clock in the morning. And shit started looking real dire. I had went to the bathroom to go change into because I still had on my clothes, my heels and everything. I went to go change into my Ugg boots and try to get a little bit more comfortable. And when I was coming back to sit down, I heard somebody say, "Hey, Roxanne." And I looked, and it was K. Michelle. Her and her people were at the airport, which is funny because my girlfriend who I was talking to, Debbie, on the phone, she was like, "Oh, it looks like K. Michelle posted that she's at the airport. I wonder if you guys are going to be on the same flight." And I was like, I don't see her anywhere. But she was kind of sitting off to the side, and she had, she had her people going to check on the flight and the delays and all of that. So she didn't have to deal with any of that, so she was just sitting off kind of chilling over on the side. So when she said that, I was like, hey girl, I was like, it don't look like we gonna make it out of here. Now, I was exhausted by now. Just the whole mental thing and the emotions and all of the surrounding the day just made me really exhausted. So I just sat down, and I was like, bitch is about to try to take a little nap, because I think by now they're saying that the flight was going to be at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm laying there. This pilot comes and sits next to me. Then they say over the loudspeaker, I don't even know how long I've been asleep, honey. I had my shit all wrapped up in my arms. What? Side note, white people, y'all know y'all be doing the most. Now, I know that we delayed at the flights and all that. We can't get out nowhere. This don't mean that your motherfucking ass supposed to get all the way on the floor and spread out like... You guys, it was this couple. I wish I would have took a picture of them. They was acting like they was in their king-size bed at the house. This motherfucker, the man was on his stomach. You know how you lay on your stomach like this with one leg up? You know? And the other lady was on her back, and they were fucking stretched out, and they were tall. So it wasn't like they even was tucked away, and they were right behind, you know, where the reservationist people sit right there. So it's that wall there. They were right there. They were stretched all the way. I said that you motherfuckers don't care about your bags or nothing. These bitches was like, bitch, we fixing to go to fuck to sleep. We ain't leaving no time soon. Y'all can sit up if you want to. And it was a whole bunch of them. I mean, just like all over, sleep under chairs and all that. I was like, I'll be good goddamn if I'm gonna sleep my ass on the floor. Ugh. At the airport, how many millions of people come through there and you guys are laying your face on the... No. It was bad enough trying to stretch out on them damn chairs, but yeah, they was doing the most. I said, white people said, damn it, we gonna get this sleep. Shit. So somebody comes over the loudspeaker and says, okay, the flight that's supposed to be leaving at 3 o'clock, they have canceled the flight. The pilot looked at me, he said, they say canceled? I was like, sounds like they said canceled. So I got up and went over to the desk, and it was a long line. Okay, so everybody, I guess, was trying to get booked on another flight. I'm in the line for like 15 minutes. I finally get up to the front, and the guy goes, okay. I said, well, I was on this 3 o'clock flight. I was supposed to be leaving at 9, and, you know, I need to try to get on the whenever the next thing's smoking. He says, well, I can put you on the 5:30 flight. I'm thinking to myself, it's 3 o'clock now, 5:30, that's not bad. I said, okay, put me on the 5:30 flight. So he gives me the ticket, and you guys, I'm walking off. I look at the ticket, and this motherfucker say 5:30 p.m. And I was just like, 5:30 p.m.? Nigga, it is 3 o'clock in the morning right now. So I turn back around, I go back to the front desk, and I say, sir, this says 5:30 p.m. And he says, yeah. He said, well, do you live closer to JFK or LaGuardia? Because that's the earliest flight that leaves out of here. And I said, motherfucker, I live in Atlanta. I don't live closer to neither one of these bitches. I'm trying to get home. And he's like, oh, well, we don't have any flights. You know, they canceled the first 3 flights in the morning, and then all the flights after that are like overbooked. And I was just like, you are fucking kidding me. You guys remember when I posted on Instagram that I was so mad and I had no control over anything, and I think I just put a whole bunch of mad red faces, the emoticons on there? Did you guys remember that? Well, that's why I was so fucking pissed. And that's why I couldn't tell you guys why I was pissed. I was stuck in New York. They had been scared the hell out of me and told me I better not tell no damn body or they was gonna sue me. I couldn't call nobody to tell me to come get me from this motherfucker. I was just stuck in LaGuardia Airport waiting on a flight to get back home. Not to mention that I had to work the next day, and I had a dentist appointment that I had worked hard to get. All this was going on. I was just like, you are fucking kidding me. You guys, I'm telling you, when he told me that, the anger that arose in me was so strong, because I don't think I'm a controlling person, but I don't do well with things that I can't manipulate at all. It was absolutely nothing I could do but just sit there. My husband is calling me like, you know, when are you gonna get in? Like, I was just like, I don't even know. They telling me I can't get in till fucking 5:30 tomorrow. I mean, can't leave till 5:30 tomorrow. He's like, you are kidding me. I'm calling him. You know, my daughter, bless her heart, my Jada. If nobody else cares about me, my Jada is always gonna care. That girl loves her mama. She's calling me all night like, when are you gonna come home? Like, I'm worried, and you're just sitting in that airport by yourself. I was like, Jada, it's a million people around. All these flights have been canceled, so I'm not by myself. And she was just like, well, you know. So I love my Jada. She just really always thinks about me and cares about me. So I knew it was a rough night for everybody, you guys. I'm trying to sleep. This motherfucking back was stiffer than you ever believed. That bag that didn't seem all that heavy that I was carrying, that shit started getting heavy. I'm trying to be cute with my damn Louis Vuitton carry-all, and it don't have no rollers. And it don't have nothing. I'm just carrying it like this. And really, I should have just had a fucking roller bag. I didn't want to bring a roller bag because I was afraid that they were going to make me check it. The few last times that I've flown, they made me check that bag. And I'm not comfortable with checking my fucking Louis Vuitton luggage. Okay, so I was like, I know they're not going to make me check this. It's a soft bag. So yeah, that shit backfired. My back was so damn stiff, I could barely stand up. I could barely get the damn bag. I was like, a bitch is too fucking old for this. I ain't no damn young whippersnapper. Bitch need to get into a fucking big bed, lay her ass down. I can't do all this cramped up in some chairs. And like, y'all, I was just miserable. I even had some tears coming down, y'all. So it was all good until I got to the airport to go back home. And my flight was delayed. And not only was it delayed, but the shit was canceled. And not only was it canceled, but they're telling me I can't leave until tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Stuck in New York until 5:30 p.m. And it's 3:50 right now in the morning. I don't even fucking know nobody in New York. I mean, I know my YouTube people, but I can't tell my YouTube people that I'm here because I'm sworn to secrecy for this stupid shoot. The shoot wasn't stupid. The shoot was good. But I'm so fucking pissed that I'm stuck at this goddamn airport now. I want to cry. I want to cry. Everybody just sitting here like, what the fuck? The man was trying to get me on another flight. He goes, well, do you live closer to LaGuardia or to JFK? Because the next flight's not leaving until 5:30. I said, I live in Atlanta. I'm trying to go home. Oh, well, the flight's out not until 5:30 tomorrow evening. I said, well, I mean, you know, it's later on today, I guess. I said, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing all this time? Just sitting in this goddamn airport? They done canceled all the morning flights because of the weather. I had a dentist appointment in the morning. I want to cry. I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated and I don't know what to do. I can't do nothing. I can't control any of this. I just have to sit here. I swear if I could fight, I'd fuck somebody up right now. I mean, just whoever even looked at me wrong, I'd beat their ass. I'm lying. I can't even fight. God, I'm gonna go crazy. I wanna wash my face. Oh my God, my back is hurting. I'm just laying here, just fucking pissed. I'm gonna go over there and complain. They gonna. She's saying. Let's see if they can give me a voucher for some food. I just can't imagine sitting up in here and spending money to be eating when it, you know. I mean, I know it ain't their fault either, but still. Who the fuck feel like sitting in this airport till 5:30? Do you know? That is 14 hours away. I can't even imagine. This makes absolutely no sense to me. I swear I want to cry. Yeah, so bitch was just over it. I was over it. I just was like, let me suck it up. The 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock flights, I think, were canceled. There was an 8:30 flight or something like that. I was determined to try to get on that flight. Stood there at that desk until somebody came there. I didn't get on that flight. They told me it was a 9:30 flight. I rushed over to that damn gate. Didn't get on that motherfucker either. Boy, this bitch was running around that damn airport like Flojo. Y'all have thought I was a track star trying to get from plane to plane. 10:30 flight. Didn't get on that bitch either. Then there's an 11 o'clock flight. Now, all the times was all thrown off because they were, you know, delaying flights and they were waiting for flights that had been rerouted to come in from the night before, you know, to that morning. So it was just like people all over the place. Like I said, still sleeping all on the floor. And then people who were scheduled for that day also there. So it's just a million people in the damn airport. It was an 11 or 11:30 flight or something. And I look at the board. I'm number 48 on the wait list. I was like, I ain't going to get on this motherfucker either. Like, should I just wait until 5:30 because I'm tired of running around this airport? I just sit down, finally have a talk with myself, because all up until now, I'm still mad. And I was just like, Roxanne, you know what? You really need to get over this attitude. You have had a wonderful opportunity to come out to New York and take these pictures and do this video and spend time with K. Michelle and all the wonderful people at Vh1 and Viacom, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's no use in you being this mad. You really need to try to figure out what's gonna make you calm down. Right when I had that little talk with myself, and I could feel myself beginning to calm down, you guys, because listen, I don't like to get real religious on my channel, but I always know where my help comes from, okay? And I know that the Lord had me, and he was watching over me, and he's the one who had brought me there and has done so much for my channel. I mean, it's not like this is like this huge thing. I mean, it ain't like I got a TV show or nothing like that, but I still felt like this was a good thing for me, and I was proud of myself and happy. And I'm not gonna get all emotional, you guys, because I'm hoard. I do be hoard. But it was just like, finally I had like a, you know, I had like a come to Jesus moment, almost like, Roxanne, you can't just be like this, okay? Too many good things have happened for you to ruin it like this. But I was exhausted. I was tired. It was making me just be kind of loopy. But right when I had that talk with myself, I heard something say my name over the loudspeaker. I said, did you say Roxanne? Yeah, I'm trying to get my shit, because I was all the way on the other side, because I had decided I wasn't going to get on this flight either. I ran up to the front, and the guy said, are you Roxanne? Okay, yeah. We got a few seats that these people haven't shown up. If they don't show up, you can have it. It was me and like 4 other white guys up there. So, you know, he's letting them on one by one. I'm the only one left. And so he looks at me, and then he looks at my bag, and he goes, well, the only way you can get on this flight is you're going to have to be able to put that bag up under the seat. There's no room on the overhead. You think you can do that? And I was like, shit, I bet you I'm gonna do it today. I get on the plane. Of course, everybody's already seated. I sit between these 2 huge guys. I'm not that big. I can just sit in the middle. But they was taking up all the fucking arm space and everything. I was just like, shit. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Honey, I shoved that big ass bag up underneath that seat. I had my legs on top of that because it was no more foot space down there. I had my big ass bag purse in my lap. And bitch, I was on my way back. It was the most uncomfortable flight, but it was only like, you know, less than 2 hours. I was just so happy to be on my way home. And that's when I was able to truly appreciate, you know, that the Lord had then brought me there and took me on back home. Just start to, you know, begin to thank God for what he had done for me. Once I got on that plane, then all the anger and everything left me. It was just like, yes, I'm going home. And yeah, so I got home around 1, and it was great. But yeah, you guys, just a fantastic experience. Just a wonderful experience. And I knew that when I posted it, you know, I wanted to make sure that it was actually my VH1 clip and not just the commercial with everybody that, you know, all of the channels that they put together. And I was just so pumped that you guys were so pumped for me. You guys have always been real, you know, real supportive of everything that I've done, but it made me feel good that you guys are just like really excited for me, because you know, I just you know, I ain't real super emotional person, but I just was just like, this is really cool. This is really cool. My husband was proud of me, and my dad and my brother, and you know, why I feel like I'm accepting an Oscar or some shit. Again, it's not no show or anything like that, but it was an accomplishment that I was very proud of. And I was glad that you guys were so pumped, and everybody was leaving all these congrats and saying all these good things. So, I'm gonna get it together, you guys. Anyway, that's it. I know this video was super long. Hopefully you guys watched the whole thing. I just wanted to make sure that I kind of told you guys the whole experience, okay? The good, the little bit of bad, you know, the tiny bit of ugly, but overall how fantastic it was. And again, thank you to all the rock stars and all my fellow YouTubers who've been so supportive and who just like kind of been like, yes, Roxanne, you know, all of that. I feel crazy for crying. Why am I crying? trying. Anyway, you guys, let me get off of here. It took up my whole entire lunch. I am at Verizon. I got to get a charger for my phone, get back to work. So that's it, you guys. I guess I could say y'all remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. It's Rox. The channel is Forrest Rox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. I'm going to get off of here. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.